Welcome to another installment of Marking Time in Alliance, a series of programs in which we visit various historical and other interesting sites in and around the city of Alliance, Ohio. I'm your host, Jim Perrone, and today we're visiting Glamorgan Castle. Ask anyone what landmark best symbolizes Alliance, and chances are the answer will be Glamorgan Castle. Built in 1904 at a cost of $400,000 for Colonel William Henry Morgan and his family, it was designed by Cleveland architect Willard Hirsch. The outer design reflects the style of Welsh castles, reminiscent of the Morgan family heritage, but the interior included the most scientific and practical aids of modern life at the time. It was the Morgans' home, after all. The original plot of land consisted of 50 acres and included ponds, water gardens, tennis courts, a picnic grove, and a working farm. The building sits in the center of the 796-foot frontage. Consisting of 28,000 square feet, the blue marble facade is 185 feet across on the main side of the building. The stone came from Barre, Vermont, where the pieces were cut and numbered before shipping to Alliance on 96 railroad cars for exact positioning of the blocks. Glamorgan was the first home in Alliance to have electricity. The power came from Colonel Morgan's company, Morgan Engineering. 1,200 separate outlets in the home controlled direct and indirect lighting. Also included were an Otis elevator, one of the first for a residence, a swimming pool, and a bowling alley. Symbology is seen throughout the home. The family coat of arms, designed by the architect, includes the Prince of Wales crown, swans, and an engineering gear. The name Glamorgan comes from the home of Colonel Morgan's father, Glamorganshire, Wales. Other symbols found throughout the home include green men trolls, Welsh flowers, swans, and lion heads. Mrs. Morgan lived alone in the home for 10 years after Colonel Morgan's death. In 1939, she sold the home to the Elks for only $25,000. Making it the most elite lodge in the country. The Elks made many renovations to the building to suit the needs of their membership. But by the early 1960s, the castle was becoming a financial burden and it was time to put it up for sale. The Elks kept 10 acres on the west end of the property to build a smaller lodge with an outdoor pool. Merrick Lewis, the president of Alliance Machine, purchased the mansion and 40 acres for $51,000 in 1964. Mr. Lewis restored the castle to much of its original grandeur, most notably including the rotunda and chandelier that had been destroyed by a fire in the pipe organ back in the 1940s. The grand chandelier consists of 156 light bulbs and 4,626 pieces of crystal. When Mr. Lewis decided to leave Alliance in 1972, Alliance leaders, led by Lyle Christ, arranged for a grant from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to purchase and renovate the building for use by the school administration. Mr. Lewis provided $387,175 as the match for the grant, and the Alliance City Schools became the new owners. The school administration remained in the castle until December 2022, when a broken toilet valve flooded the servants' wing and the floors below for several days during Christmas break when the building was unoccupied. The administration moved their offices to the high school and plans to remain there. What does the future hold for Glamorgan Castle? A state-of-the-art conference center will be created on the lower level by the school administration. The Castle Crusaders, a nonprofit organization responsible for fundraising and the restoration work on the building, is working hard to restore the interior to resemble the way it was when the Morgans built the home. They host events and weddings, as well as giving guided tours and offering self-guided tours throughout the year. Thanks for joining us on this installment of Marking Time and Alliance on our visit to Glamorgan Castle. We'll see you next time on Down the Road.